So Guyana right now, apparently there's a crisis in the Linden area. And if you're from Guyana, leave your comments in the section below. Understand the protest started over the killing of the young man on the left. And then this one on the right got shot today as protest action continued in Linden. So it's
The police was under arrest. The Office of Professional Responsibility is undertaking their investigation, and I've asked him whatever external support, if any, is needed, that those external support is sought to ensure that all parties, all stakeholders are comfortable with the outcome of the investigation and the process of investigation. I want to say to the residents that we're going to ensure with support, independent support, that this matter is dealt with professionally, and this should not be exploited politically.
So it's a horrible situation right now. There's some videos emerging coming out of Ghana. They don't look pretty, and persons are hoping that the protest does not get to Georgetown. Let's see if we could get a couple of these videos where we can
1 mile 4 car now, main road, shut down. All
So as you can see there, tires burning, blocking roads. It's getting pretty bad, and folks are hoping it does not get to Georgetown, because they're saying if it gets to Georgetown, that could be very problematic. I understand that the folks in that area are very resilient in this area out here. This one you're seeing police being fired upon. You see like some stones or missiles, whatever you want to call it, being thrown at the police. And then this group of protesters in this video is asking for a gentleman by the name of Mohammed, who I believe would be in the next election contesting.
We want Mohammed here right now. That's all we want.
Some persons have said they find that to be. Some persons have indicated on social media that they found that to be very strange, that persons will be calling for him and not the president, or someone in charge of the country, to see if they can quell the situation. But that's another story, and that's for Guyanese to comment on, not me. I'm just going to give you some information. They said as of April the 8th, Guyana is facing a significant crisis marked by civil unrest and tragedy. The latest upheaval began in the town of Linden, where protests erupted following the police shooting of a young man, subsequently leading to further violence and a loss of life. So what's the genesis of this story? Here it is. The immediate spark for the protests was the fatal shooting of 26-year-old Ronaldo Peters by a police officer. They're saying that Peters was reportedly wanted for a serious allegation, including the rape of a minor. That's what they're saying. His death triggered a wave of outrage among residents of Linden, a community already strained by socio-economic challenges and distrust towards law enforcement. On April 8, protests escalated dramatically when police opened fire on demonstrators, resulting in the death of Dan Johnson, a protester who became a symbol of the growing discontent. In response to the escalating situation, President Irfan Ali has called for calm and restraint. He emphasized the need for an independent investigation into the shooting of Peters and the subsequent police violence. So this is ongoing. This is an ongoing situation there in Guyana. President appeal for peace reflects an understanding of the delicate balance required to maintain order while addressing the community's deep-seated frustrations. However, this call for calm has been met with skepticism by some, who perceive it as insufficient given the gravity of the situation. The establishment of an independent probe into the police shooting is a critical step towards accountability. Many residents feel that previous investigations into police misconduct have lacked transparency and resulted in little to no disciplinary action against officers involved. And the effectiveness of this independent investigation may determine whether it can restore public trust in law enforcement or exacerbate tensions further. Also, there's some historical tensions with law enforcement. They're saying that the relationship between the Guyana police force and the populace has been fraught with tension for decades, and incidents of police brutality and extrajudicial killings have marred the reputation of the law enforcement. They're saying many residents view the police not as protectors but as oppressors, leading to a climate of fear and resentment. And this historical distrust is exacerbated by systematic inequalities and perceived injustices within the legal system. So as protests continued on April 8th, police reported that several officers were injured in clashes with demonstrators as well. So that is where we are with the situation in Guyana. These two young men have been killed. The one on the left apparently is what sparked the protest action, and then the one on the right died today as the protest action continued. The president is expected to meet with those in Linden. I'm hopeful that he would do that soon as possible and the situation can be resolved. But the scenes coming out do not look good. But if you're from Guyana, like I said, leave your comments in the section below. Let's know what's taking place. And like to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.